Hello YouTube, welcome to the next episode of the ultimate review around the world with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, and today we make our way over to Finland. Our next airport is Echo Foxtrot Kilo Tango, Kittila Airport in Finland. So let's get the simulator loaded, and while that is loading, let's go look at what is Kittila Airport. So this is inside the Arctic Circle, so it's pretty far north. It is mostly a general aviation airport, but it does handle seasonal international traffic, and it receives a lot of traffic in the winter. Kittila Airport is served seasonally by Aer Lingus, Air Baltic, Air France, Austrian, Discover, EasyJet, Eurowings, Finnair themselves, Lufthansa, Scandinavian, Swiss, you name it. Many of them fly here. This is a very popular winter destination, and it does appear to be quite popular with visitors from Germany, France, UK, Netherlands, and so on. What we are about to look at right now is the default Kittila Airport, and let's get ourselves situated. Now the good news is that there is a freeware available, and we will look at that as soon as we have finished looking at the default. So right off the bat, the default airport, again, as is normal with these smaller ones, nothing to write home about. A generic terminal building, generic buildings here, there, and everywhere, hangars, cars strewn about, tanks. The apron looks uninspiring. It's just a few markings available. The parking lines and markings appear to be fairly decent. Basic taxiway, no signs, just a basic taxiway marker, nothing else. The runway is basic, has a turnaround pad at the end, but nothing to write home about. Extremely basic. That is the problem. It is a very, very basic airport. There is really nothing in there in this default version of this airport of Kittila in northern Finland. So the important thing here is going to be, what is this airport going to look like at night in winter, given that it is a popular winter destination. So let's go take a look. Let's see what it would look like, say, in the month of January. In the month of January, it looks dark. The runway is, of course, usable as you come down the runway. Let's see, can you even figure out where to go if you got... Okay, so you can see where the building is, but you can't really... Okay, so you can't make out where the taxiway is, so chances of you running off the ground are pretty easy to run off. The parking and all seems to be the wrong way around. I would posit that this is not very useful. This is not a very useful or a user-friendly airport for winter operations, and that's a shame, because that's probably when most of the traffic comes in. And having said so, this is going to be, unfortunately, just a 1. Now, as I mentioned, there is a freeware, so we will be right back and we'll take a look at what the freeware Kittila Airport looks like, and hopefully that is a lot better. But in closing, the default gets a 1 star. We'll be right back. And we're back with the freeware version of EFKT, Echo Foxtrot Kilo Tango Kittila Airport in Finland. Let's take a look at what this freeware version gives us. Hopefully it is significantly better than the other one, and let's have a look. Let's wait while we are loading, and let's hope we get what we came here for. Oh, did I not start the flight? I did actually. My bad. I guess I did not. Okay, while that is loading, I want to point out once again that Kittila is a fairly important airport in northern Finland above the Arctic Circle, particularly for flights during winter. And as we can see, even though loading has not completed, we can see that this airport is going to be a winner. And that's what I like. These freeware developers do such a fantastic job. Time and time again, they have come out with airports that really push the envelope. And this one, again, looks super useful right off the bat. Super useful. What are these little things here? There are even signs. 18, 17, so those are the stand numbers, stand markings. This is really nice. I like to see aprons that have lighting available. There's the terminal building, hand built, of course. What else is to be expected from some of these developers? And they have even modeled the interiors, which is really nice. Oh, this is nice. They have the interiors. They haven't modeled on the outside of it, but that's okay. That's a pass. And the apron area looks really nice. They have the little tower, they have the little building, they have the fire trucks over there. Yeah, this looks really nice. And this is the little taxiway. I can see right off the bat they have edge mark lighting, they have taxiway signs, they have the runway guard lights, they have the taxiway mark signs here, taxiway alpha. The runway looks to have been cleaned up. Let's switch over to night mode. That's where the meat is. Okay, let's just switch over to the night mode and let us see what this would look like in the middle of winter. Oh, nice. This is nice. This is really useful. So we can see quite clearly that the taxiways are well marked, well lit. It has the taxiway edge markings. You can go all the way to the end and the taxi back. And then when you come to the aprons are nicely lit. All the parking stands are nicely marked out. Yeah. Okay, I think this gets a 3.5 from me. This is really nice. This is really useful, and since this airport gets most of its traffic in the winter, I think this has just notched up the level of usability really, really significantly. So I am actually going to give this 3.5. This is a really good job by these developers as usual. The link to this file from flightsim.to will be available in the description box below. And my thanks to these developers. Echo Foxtrot Kilo Tango Kittilä Airport has taken on a new life because of their efforts. With that, we come to an end of this episode. Thank you for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe, and do join us for our next episode as we continue our journey around the world with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 and the ultimate review of over 2,600 airports. Thank you.